Alright, welcome back, guys. This is still your boy Izu from Foot Sport with Pharaoh. Welcome back. It's been a horrible 24 hours, So let's get into it. We lost against IPSWICH Town away to their home. Like, we helped these guys break their losses, at home, and these guys are literally the relegation bound team. And Chelsea FC went to their home where they've not won all year long, where they've not won a game throughout the season, and they beat us 2-0. Now, why? Let's get into the why. So the issue here is this. And a lot of people, I went on Twitter and I saw a lot of people blaming Maresca, blaming the lineup, laying blame on a whole lot of things. So I basically picked the things that I saw during the match, a few things that I saw during the match, and decided to focus on those things. Number one, Disasi needs to go. I don't like blaming players for things. I don't like speaking bad about players, but I've given this guy I've literally watched this guy for over a year now. He doesn't show any signs of improvement. He keeps making the same mistakes over and over again. These are mistakes that are not worthy of a Chelsea defender. Chelsea defender should be able to hold their own, especially under pressure. Especially when we are playing out from the back. With this kind of defender, it won't be able to work, and we'll keep conceding goals like this if we let him stay. Disasi should pack and go. It's time for him. I don't even want to see him after January. He should be leaving Chelsea. He's not a Chelsea caliber defender. Now, for the goal that came from Disasi, in fact, you could actually blame both goals on Disasi. Okay, for example, the first goal, which was the PK, Disasi overcommitted himself because he lost the ball. He overcommitted himself, and when the ball when he couldn't get the ball back, instead of him tracking back, knowing fully well that he is the defender, knowing fully well that the defense is going to shift and overcommit in order to compensate for him not being there, he didn't track back. He was just jogging back, which is unacceptable. He was just jogging back to his position, which was very, very, very unacceptable, and that's one of the reasons why we considered that first goal. Although it was a blatant dive, and I don't understand what VAR was looking at when they checked that PK, but it was an abysmal decision to give that penalty. But then again, it was Disasi that was out of position for that first goal. For the second goal, Disasi got the ball. He was not under any pressure, and he couldn't lay a simple pass to Tosin. This is just extremely, and he's been doing this. He did this again in the game against Newcastle in the FA Cup, where he literally scored an own goal. So we can't keep letting this happen. It's quite unfair to the rest of the players if we have someone like this that keeps on, spoiling everything that is being built up. It's going to be extremely unfortunate if this continues to happen. So Disasi just literally needs to go. Not only did he lose the ball, did he give a horrible pass that led to the counter. And kudos to Delap anyway. The guy was amazing all through the game. So Disasi loses the ball. Disasi passes the ball to Delap, and he tries to cover up, and he finally gets himself back in position, and then the ball gets passed to Hutchinson, and I don't know what kind of defense, what kind of block was that. He didn't even track. You just sidestep and guide Hutchinson and make sure that he doesn't shoot the ball. Simple sidestep towards him. I don't know what he was doing with his legs. He was basically rooted to one place. Hutchinson just plays the shot and scores. It's quite unfortunate that we have someone like this as our pick, when Fofana is not there. And boy, oh boy, whenever I tell Chelsea fans that Fofana is our best centre back right now, they keep talking trash about him. Well, now you have it. If Fofana was there, there is no way we are considering goals like this. This wouldn't have gotten to this level anyway. Now, going forward, like I said in my last video, Nkunku is not a lone forward. He is not a lone forward. He will never ever be a lone forward. It didn't work at PSG. Didn't work at at Leipzig until they put up a second striker with him, and it never ever works. And I don't even understand what's going on with him. I don't understand why he's not been able to adapt fully well to the league. I don't understand. Probably the injuries played a part in that as well. But he either improves or I don't see him staying in Chelsea for a longer period of time. I don't really know. Now, Chelsea fans clamored for Felix to be played. I did the same thing, but I said he should be played from the wings. I did, but instead he was played as a double eight with Palmer. It just didn't work. It just didn't work. I watched the game. It just did not work. Although from time to time there was a pass that he could have laid in that would have put Nkunku through and stuff like that, but it didn't work. We lost the game, so it did not work. And this only goes to prove what Maresca has been doing is right, because he has kept the likes of Nani on the bench, what's this called? Felix on the bench, Nkunku on the bench, Disasi on the bench. He kept all these players on the bench, and we clamored for them to be played. A lot of Chelsea fans, although I didn't say Disasi, I would never say this. I said bring on either just Achimpong or keep Gusto where he is. But then again, Maresca played the kind of play all the players that Chelsea fans were clamoring for, and they all flopped. The game was nonsense. And the game eventually got better when the likes of Sancho and Neto came back and Jackson came back into the game. We are brought on. So that was when the game even got better. So you can imagine, and even Gusto. So you can imagine that just goes to say, whenever the coach is doing something, just let him do what he's doing. For as far as I'm concerned, I trust Maresca completely, even with these 3 losses that we've had. He's been getting right all season. I just think that at this point in time, we just have to let him figure out what is going on with the team. And because he never really needed our help to get us to second. But we are obviously going to criticize from time to time. But yes, he's been doing it well. He's gotten it right a lot of time, and it's time for him to figure out what he's going to do about the defensive situation of the team, because it's really not working. And yeah, that's basically it. Kudos to Ipswich Town. Delap was amazing, and if Chelsea is going for Delap, I'm fully in support of that, because he's a very different player to Jackson, and might be the kind of player, a second profile striker that we need, that would help us break down teams like Ipswich. The iron is there. But yeah, and Hutchinson was also not really that great in the game, but he tried his best. They had better attack, the deadly attack than we did, although we were unlucky in the first half, because we could have easily converted one of the chances. We hit the bar twice, but this game could have gone a very different direction if we had scored one of those goals, so if we had equalized. So yeah, it's just a game of there was nothing really like extremely wrong that you said that this is what was extremely wrong with the team. This is what was wrong with the tactics. The tactics was solid because we were getting chances and we were not converting those chances. We needed to convert these chances to be able, because like I said, against teams like Ipswich Town, Everton, against this kind of teams, you have to convert your chances. You can't keep missing goals and expect them not to hit you on the counter and miss as well. And when this kind of teams, the more they score, the more they stay compact and conservative when you try to attack them. So it gets even more difficult for you if you don't score. So yeah, that's basically it. I feel like going forward, Chelsea fans, just let Maresca do his thing. It works easier. He's been doing it for a while and it's been working, and it's just time to let him continue to do his thing. I believe that this is going to be a last loss. Is obviously the last loss of the year, and it's going to be the last loss in this stretch. I think we are going to win the game against Crystal Palace and subsequently the next game against Bournemouth as well. I think Maresca is going to go back to, he's going to pick whatever he picks, and I won't be mad at that. Thankfully, the likes of Rhys James is back, and Hopefully the guys get a decent rest. Especially the guys that start out on the bench, they get rest, and the game for Crystal Palace doesn't get out of hand as the rest of this game have. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Leave your comments. What do you think would have been done better by Maresca or by the team? What do you think Chelsea needs to do in January to get things going, to even put themselves in a better position than they already are? Thank you once again for watching. It's still your boy Izu from Sport with Firo. Don't forget to like and follow or subscribe, whatever. Bye bye.